my shirt is ready.
Surely the presence of God is in this place. I can feel the mighty power and the grace. I can hear the brush of angel wings. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of God is in this place. Surely the presence of God is in this place. I can feel the mighty power and the grace. I can hear the brush of angel wings. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of God is in this place.
Thank you. That was beautiful. Wonderful. Thank you so much, everyone. Welcome to Unity of Tacoma. I'm so glad that you're here this morning. We have a really fun, exciting service planned for you today. We're going to, not only do we have ChristineEss Young, she is our musician. You heard her just a second ago. So beautiful. Looking forward to everything she has to offer. So it's going to be a really wonderful time for us to have her here. Always love to have, we have been together, worked together for a long time. And every time she's here, it's such a wonderful thing. She always brings something new and exciting and just very inspirational. So thank you for being here. We also have a wonderful special guest. We have Curtis Beech here today, and he is here to talk a little bit about our IDEA program. And we have IDEA Sunday, which is inclusion, diversity, equity, and access. And it spotlights and focuses on inclusion and being able to allow people to speak and to have their voices heard, to tell their stories, or whatever inspires them. And today Curtis is here to be a member of this wonderful program. And we have this beautiful statue that was created for the IDEA program in honor of Debora Burks and Mary Ellen Lewis. And so we have that. We're so excited it's here. And it just reminds us, their presence is with us every time we have this program spotlighted, and I love to have the memory of them when they're here, when I'm here doing this today. So it's really exciting. I would like to start off today with a prayer for protection, and then Curtis is going to go ahead and read another prayer after me. So let me go ahead first with the prayer for protection. So get in a space that you're comfortable. Close your eyes if you so wish, and say the prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. And wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Would you like to read yours?
Well, one of the prayers that has always inspired me has been the prayer of St. Francis, which I've edited a little bit to fit me. So here goes. Sweet Spirit, make me an instrument of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is darkness, light. Where there is sadness, joy. O sweet Spirit, grant that I may not so much seek to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love. For it is in giving that we receive. It is in pardoning that we are pardoned. It is in dying that we are born to eternal life.
Thank you. Thank you. We're going to invite ChristineEss back for another song, and then we'll go into message and a talk with Curtis Beech. That was good.
stranger to the dark. Hide away, they say. We don't want your broken parts. I've learned to be ashamed of all my scars. Run away, they say. No one will love you as you are. But I won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, for we are glorious. When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, when I send a flood gonna drown them out, I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come, and I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen. I make no apologies. This is me. Oh, 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 another round of bullets hits my skin. I'll fire away, 'cause today I won't let the shame sink in. We are bursting through the barricades and reach out for the sun. We are warriors, yeah, that's what we've become. I won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, for we are glorious. When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna send a flood, gonna drown 'em out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come, and I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen. I make no apologies. This is me. Oh, 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 this is me. And I know that I deserve your love. There's nothing I'm not worthy of. When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, gonna spend a flood, gonna drown 'em out. This is brave, this is bruised, this is who I'm meant to be. This is me.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And I think that's very appropriate for our affirmation today. I embrace my unique expression of divine presence. Let's say that together. I embrace my unique expression of divine presence. And our reading today is very short because I want to make sure that we hear Curtis's message and as much time as he needs. And the reading, though, today is from Friedrich Nietzsche. The individual has always had to struggle to keep from being overwhelmed by the tribe. If you try it, you will be lonely often and sometimes frightened. But no price is too high to pay for the privilege of owning yourself. And so, Curtis, what you got to say today? How are you?
Thank you. Well, I've sort of divided my life into 3 segments, and so I wrote 3 poems, and started with early childhood, early adolescence, and finally maybe adulthood. So I'm going to start with the childhood poem first. It's called Clouds. When as a child I watched the clouds, I thought of great tomorrows. I did not see the brewing storms nor any of the sorrows. I saw only the billowing mounds of softest white and gleaming that floated overhead while I sat quietly dreaming. And as a child I was always dreaming of great tomorrows, always questioning everything, and never got any answers. And so I sought and looked. And it took a while, this has all been a part of an evolution, and I didn't know what I was looking for, which I guess it would have made a difference if I were doing what I was looking for. I would have found it, but life is a voyage of discovery. So moving on into adolescence, which is a struggling thing for any child to go through. And my father and I were the best of friends, so I hope you take this in the spirit that is given. My father is a tall man, strong of limb is he. He labors in his fields as many hours as he can. I'm not so tall or strong of frame. I see, and he watches me watching him. I silently bow my head and wonder and whisper, this is the kind of man I should be. He looks up, and in his eyes I see he wishes too. I always wanted to be like him. I never could be, and that was another voyage of discovery, that I could never be the man he wanted me to be, or that I thought he wanted me to be. And that was a struggle all of my life. So maturing into, or at least getting older in years, oh boy, we went into the Vietnam War, which kind of a segue from adolescence into turning 18 years old and being drafted, which scared the out of me. And that was really that didn't really scare me so much, except that well, young men have to go through, when they're drafted, they have to go through a physical. And being a growing young gay man, 100 guys standing around with towels was probably my idea of a good time, but that wasn't quite appropriate there, so I had to move on from there. But they also ask you this series of 20 questions. It's a questionnaire they hand you as you go through this physical. And they ask you all the usual childhood diseases. Have you had measles, smallpox, all these measles, all these communicable diseases? And the last two questions they asked were like, do you have homosexual tendencies? And the last one is, are you homosexual? And being 18 or between 18 and 20 years old, like I knew, but now what? Does the rest of the world know? Do they care? Will I ever be able to get a job? Is Big Brother going to be watching me and follow me the rest of my life? What do I do? I was very frightened. And then an answer came to me. Be who you are. Be what you are. Be proud of who you are. So I marked the boxes. Yes. And yes. The next thing I knew, I was hauled into an office in my towel with 3 men in uniform. I don't know what they were, generals or whatever they were. I don't know what they were exactly, or psychiatrists, where I was interrogated for 3 hours. They questioned me for everything that I did, fantasized about, wanted to do, what I would do, and what I liked to do. And I hadn't had that much experience, so that kind of scared me too. So then they also went into the spiel about how I was just doing this to get out of the service. I did not want to serve my country. I was not a worthy American. I was not a worthy human being. And they made me feel like 2 inches tall on a good day. And that interrogation, like I said, lasted for 3 hours, and I was just mortified after it was over with, and I felt like I'd crawl under a rock and die. So then, after that was over, you go home, and you wait, and you wait, and you wait. Finally, you get this letter from the Selective Service Board classifying me as 4F, which is about the lowest of the totem pole you can get, more or less, again, signifying that I was not fit to serve my country. I'm not a worthy human being, and I'm just an unpatriotic American. I'm not an American. I'm not a patriot. I'm not interested in serving my country. So at that time I thought, well, I was in college at the time, and I thought, I can't ask my parents to support me since I'm not worthy. I've got to go out and get a job. So I dropped out of school and got a job, and which I ended up having for 35 years, so I guess that divine guidance comes into play there, and I enjoyed it a lot. So, as I've grown up and as I've matured, I wrote another poem the celibate, the sensualist, the ascetic, the poet, the soldier, the clown, the criminal, the judge, father, mother, lover, friend, the brave, the coward, the beauty, the ugly killer, and the killed. I am all of these, and all of these are me forever, all in one. Together we live, the many-faceted I. And that's my maturing process, and how I discovered unity is like one day working at the airport. I was working for the airlines at this time, and it was in Minneapolis, Minnesota in the middle of winter. If any of you have heard of that or experienced it, it's a trauma all by itself. So I have about 300 people all standing and screaming and hollering at me because their planes weren't going anywhere, or they were all late, or they were just, nothing was flying, and I wasn't flying. So I was a supervisor at the time, and of course it was all my fault. And I was beginning to take this personally. And at that time, I smoked cigarettes. I said, I need a cigarette break. So I went into my office to have a cigarette. And there on my desk, for some reason, was a copy of the Daily Word. I said, what's this? And I picked it up and looked at it. And it spoke to me. And it enabled me to go back out and face that marvelous crowd and said, this is divine order. You'll get where you're going when you're supposed to. Not exactly in those words, but it's the message I was able to convey. And after that was over, I went back and again asked where this came from. And a friend of mine said, oh, I left it there for someone else. No, it was meant for me. And that's that story. So here we are in Unity of Tacoma. And I'm enjoying life tremendously. I'm one of the world's most fortunate people because I have been loved, I am loved, and I've been loved by great and wonderful people. So, any questions?
Well, it sounds.
Did you raise your hand?
I didn't raise my hand, but thank you. Thank you. So, so you've experienced some things in your life that have been a turning point. Things that have brought a lot of change and things that have prompted you to move in a different direction. Tell me about another point in your life that it was besides the unity and the situation with the military. That was a significant turning point based on some of the things that you've learned here at Unity, some kind of divine intervention.
Oh, all right. I think it was meeting this most beautiful person I ever met in my entire life, I thought. And, well, yeah, it really was, but like I thought she was just incredibly beautiful. But like at the time, he was the most beautiful man I'd ever met. And we sort of dated, if you want to call it that, for a while, and just it influenced me tremendously. And then one day he told me, he said, well, I've got something to tell you. And I said, well, what is this? And he said, I'm in transition. And I said, I didn't quite understand what that was. I said, and that, I don't think the word transsexual was even around at that time because it's the 60s. And I said, well, what do you mean? He said, well, I'm going to have an operation. I'm going to become a woman. And I go, oh, well, if you've got something wrong with you, don't you fix it? And that was a relief for her because like she had been abandoned by her family and by everyone except for me. And I said, well, it's not changing who you are, it's what you are that you're changing. Oh. And I think, and it all fell into place. And so we were together for at least 10 years. And I ended up marrying her because, again, the times being what they were, all of her health insurance and everything was just out the window. And my job would cover her insurance. And so I was able to put her on my insurance and take care of everything. And as time went on, like we fell even more in love. And to be kind of frank about the whole thing, I didn't think the physical part would work, but it did, on my part and hers. But it was just an amazing transition for both of us, and we knew when it was time for us to move on, and we did, and we're great friends to this day.
That's a wonderful story. Thank you for telling that. That must have been very difficult at the time, for her, to be able to transition at that time?
Oh, well, it was just part of the University of Minnesota program that was experimental.
Oh, yeah.
And of course, it was all an experiment on so many different levels for both of us and
Hmm.
for the public in general.
That's interesting. I know that at that time too, it was considered a mental illness to be gay or homosexual at the time.
It's a
How
mental illness not to be normal.
true, true, true. So how does that play into who you are today? That stigma that was with you throughout that time period in your life.
I think it made me value myself. I am worthy. I am, like the song says, I am who I am meant to be, and value that and embrace it.
And so how has what you've been through bring you to where you are today in your authenticity? Who is it that you are today and how do you express yourself in the world
By being me.
just by being you?
Yeah. Uh, from those that know me and hopefully love me, know who and what I am as a pretty authentic individual, and I can laugh, I can love, I can be as who I am, and I love life, and it's just a great and wonderful experience. I wouldn't be anywhere else rather than where I am right now.
That's wonderful. Thank you. And so what is it that you do today that gives you comfort in times where you feel stressed?
Oh my! What gives me comfort is my ability to like to think, express myself in my theater work, because I can be so many different people. It helps to be a little bit skitsy too, but I can I can do so many things. There's no limits as to what I can do and be. And what gives me comfort is the knowledge that knowing that I can. Like the little train. I think I can. I think I can. Only to me, it's I know I can. I know I can. And well, those of us, those folks out there that know me, that have always wanted to sing, I don't do that well, but it doesn't stop me. I sing anyway.
So if you had someone that was, let's say that you had the young man that who was you at that time years and years ago, what would you tell that young man today?
Well, I don't like that expression. I have faith it gets better because it doesn't always. But have faith and trust in yourself. Believe in yourself, which is the hardest thing for any young person to do because you're questioning. But time, it takes time. And sometimes you never find all the answers, or at least the answers you're looking for. But always keep looking for it, searching, and believing in yourself, which is the best thing you can do. And it's the hardest thing to do, but I think it's the best thing you can do.
So when you found Unity,
Yes.
how did that change the way you were and the way you saw the world?
Well, that's kind of a funny little story all by itself because once I found the actual church where this daily word came from, um, it was a church out in Golden Valley, Minnesota, and I went to their services for the first time, and the message was good, but they didn't take up a collection. It's the first church I'd ever been to that didn't take up a collection. Hey, this is pretty cool, and you could if you wanted to, you could leave an offering as you went out the door. When you were leaving, I thought, well, I can go here. So that's kind of what kind of kept me going. But the the openness and the welcoming and the complete love and acceptance would just said, this is what I've been looking for. This has answers that I needed and wanted to hear.
And how has Unity throughout the years since that time been a support or an awakening or an ability for you to evolve as a human being?
Oh boy, it answers. It seems like when I need to find an answer, it's there. It especially, well, I have a soft spot in my heart for the daily word because that's how I found unity. But like, it seems I can turn to the daily word, and it's always telling me exactly what I need to hear to prop me up, to support me and the questions that I'm having. And I go, why did I even question that? The answer is there.
So this is your opportunity to say exactly what you would like to say to everyone out there. What is it you would like to end with? What would you like to tell everyone?
Oh, bless you all. Well, that being said, let's kind of segue into another little poem. Not so much, but if you're familiar with the poem Debora, it also speaks to me. And it was given to me by my very first love. It says, for Kurt, for it is your story that follows. Go placidly among the noise and haste, and remember what peace there be in silence. As far as possible, without surrender, be in good terms with all persons. Speak your truth quietly and clearly, and listen to others, even the dull and the ignorant, for they too have their story. Avoid loud and aggressive persons, for they are vexations to the spirit. If you compare yourself to others, you'll become vain and bitter. For always remember, there will be greater and lesser persons than yourself. Enjoy your achievements as well as your plans. Keep interested in your career, however humble. It is a possession in the changing fortunes of time. Exercise cautions in your business affairs, for the world is full of trickery. But let this not bind you to what virtue there is. Many persons strive for high ideals, and everywhere the life is full of heroism, which I truly believe. Life is full of heroism. Be yourself, especially do not feign affection. Neither be cynical about love, for in the face of aridity and disenchantment, it is perennial as the grass. I believe that too. Take kindly the counsel of the years, gracefully surrendering the things of youth. Nurture strength of spirit to shield you from sudden misfortune. Do not distress yourself with imaginings. Many fears are born of fatigue and loneliness. Beyond a wholesome discipline, be gentle with yourself. I believe that too. You are a child of the universe, no less than the trees and the stars. You have a right to be here, and whether or not it is clear to you, no doubt the universe is unfolding as it should. I believe that too. Therefore, it be at peace with God, whatever you conceive it to be, and whatever your labors and aspirations, in the noisy confusion of life, keep peace with your soul. With all of its sham and drudgery and broken dreams, it is still a beautiful world. Be careful. And this is my message to you all. Strive to be happy. Thank you.
We're going to invite ChristineEss back for a song, and then we're going to go into meditation. Thank you, Kurt. I appreciate you sharing your story. It's inspirational, and you are a blessing.
I am a child of the living God, made in the image of perfect love. All that I am, all I've been given to you, my God, I surrender. I surrender. I am a child of the living God, made in the image of perfect love. All that I am, all I've been given to you, my God, I surrender. I surrender. I am a child of the living God, made in the image of perfect love. All that I am, all I've been given to you, my God, I surrender. I surrender.
Thank you. Now it's time for meditation. And so let's get into a position where you're comfortable, whatever that may be for you, whether you're sitting back or if you decide to sit in lotus position, or if you're at home, if you're on the couch, you want to lean back or lie down. This is a time to just get comfortable, to allow the earth to support you. Just breathe in, and with every breath, you get more and more relaxed, feeling your body become more and more heavy, sinking into the earth. Just breathe in and out. And just allow this time to heal. The body has a real hard time healing when it's busy, when it's moving. The time of rest is when the body heals. So today we're going to focus on healing. Whatever that is for you. You can search your body for maybe a pain or a discomfort that you might have. Or you can search your mind for a thought or an emotion that's bothering you. Whatever it is, I'd like you to bring your attention to that. And as you sit here, I would like you to bring that thing into your consciousness and allow it to be a person. Give it form. It can be a person you know, a person you've never seen before. Whatever that is, allow this person, this thing in your life, separate it from yourself. And remember, whenever we meet new people, we try to be kind, try to be loving. And this new person that you're looking at, this person represents that pain, that suffering, that thing within you that needs healing. And what would you say to this person? I'm sorry that you're not feeling well. I'm sorry that you have this problem, this issue. And it's okay. It's okay. I'm here for you. Because all of those things in your mind and in your body that are asking for attention, they just want to be heard. So you want to accept, just like you would accept a person in need. You want to accept them. And you accept those things within you that need healing. Allowing that thing, that voice, that emotion, that pain to be well heard. Allow that expression, whatever that is. It just wants a voice. And it wants compassion, and it wants love, and it wants healing from you. So bring that to your consciousness and then send out love. Love, loving energy. Think of a big, pink, beautiful bubble surrounding this person, this representation of the suffering inside you, and send it love. Send it support. Uplift. It doesn't take anything away from you as an individual, your consciousness, your psyche, your emotions, to be able to send and support love for another person, because it only uplifts you. And so when that thing within you that represents your pain, your suffering, your whatever, the negative thoughts in your mind, you know that you can send love to that thing just like you would send it to a person that you know. And just hold your hands up, just like you were sending emotion, sending love to another person. And just send that energy out. Holding that person, that individual that represents your emotion, that your thought, your pain, and hold it in that bubble of pink light that surrounds and heals. And as you hold this individual that represents everything that is your suffering, when you bring that person into your bubble, then it surrounds you as well. And now you're encompassed together. You are complete. And when that pain, that suffering feels your love, then it has nothing else to do than to surrender. To surrender to the healing light of your love. So whatever that is inside you that needed your love, your attention, just know that it has it now. It's been allowed to speak. It's allowed to be heard. And also know that this individual that you've created to be the representation of that suffering within you, know that this individual can now come with you. You're not rejecting. You're not turning him away. You are bringing that pain, suffering, and emotion with you. And it's okay. Because you love that individual. You love that part of you. You love that emotion. You love that pain because it needs you. It needs your love. And now in your mind's eye, you can send out that love by hug or a namaste greeting or whatever feels comfortable to you. And say, you are welcome, you are worthy, and I see you. And as we come out of this meditation, we feel that pink healing light with us all around us, surrounding us, protecting us, allowing us to move into the world and know that we are loved and held in the divine light of all. And as we come out of this meditation, we take a deep breath. And we say, thank you, thank you, thank you. Another deep breath, and you begin to feel your body whole again, back together. You are not separate. Another breath, and when you're ready, you can open your eyes, and you can bring your awareness back into this space. And I'm going to have ChristineEss take us out of meditation with song.
A lump in my throat, a weight in my heart, my body saying pay attention. I wanna let go, let this be in the past, but all I feel is tension. I guess we're not done because it feels unresolved, so let me say I just want you to see me. I pray that you see me. Allow me to be me and say that you love me. What's in my heart I long to share with you. I admit I fear what you might do. I don't need you to take my side, apologize or sympathize. I don't need a reaction at all. I just want to be heard. taking it personally, creating intimacy by understanding what's inside me, just to be known with nothing attached. Your gift to me is simply to know me. I pray that you know me. Allow me to be me and say that you love me. There is no hidden agenda. There are no lines to read between. Now all my cards are on the table. I just pray that you are able to simply understand. Take me by the hand and love me. I pray that you love me. Allow me to be me and say that you love me. And then let me see you, hear you, and know you. Allow you to be you and tell you I love you. Oh, let me love you, see, hear, and know you, support you and being you, and love you all my life. See you, hear you, know you, and love you. And let me allow you to see me too.
Thank you. Thank you. We come to the portion of our service where we open our hearts to give. Any donations that we receive here at Unity of Tacoma go to support the wonderful outreach and missions and ministries and the musicians that we have here at Unity. So anything that you can offer to us, we gladly accept. And there are several ways that you can give. You can go to our Facebook page and you can donate there at www.facebook.com/Unity of Tacoma. And there's a donate button there on the page and you can donate and you can give via credit card or on Facebook. You can go to our website at www.unityoftacoma.org/donate to also give via PayPal. You can donate through Zelle using our telephone number 253-576-3225, or you can mail a check to Unity of Tacoma, P.O. Box 112289, Tacoma, Washington 98411. And as we prepare to give, I would like you to close your eyes and to hold the intention of prosperity within your hands. It's visualizing the circulation flowing through you and as you. Jesus taught us in Luke 6:38, "Give and you will receive. You will be given much, pressed down, shaken together, running over, and it will spill into your lap." The way you give to others is the way God will give back to you. And as you visualize holding that gift within your hands, repeat after me. Divine love
Divine love
flowing through me
flowing through me
blesses and multiplies
blesses and multiplies
all that I have,
all that I have,
all that I give,
all that I give,
all that I receive.
all that I receive.
I am grateful for my blessings today,
I am grateful for my blessings today,
and I am grateful in every way.
and I am grateful in every way.
And so it is. Amen.
And so it is. Amen.
May the blessings that you give bring so many blessings back to you. Thank you so much for your continued support at Unity of Tacoma. So I have an announcement, some interesting announcements actually. We have a lot of things coming up. December, it's not December. Where am I? It's October. October 2nd. Boy, I am way ahead. October 2nd, that's next Sunday. My friend Nikki Weldon will be here. She is actually a social worker, and she also has a program where she works with families that would like to just improve their parenting skills and to support them. And she's like a doula. She's a doula for parents to help them rebirth into the next stage of wherever they are. And I'm really looking forward to having her here next week. And she's going to talk to us about, I don't know, maybe supporting children, I would assume, but I don't know. I haven't got a topic from her yet. So really looking forward to having her though. And so that's next week, 10 o'clock. Nikki Weldon's going to be with us, and she's going to give us some advice on how to parent or grandparent well. So I'm looking forward to that. Faith in Action starts October 9th, and you will be receiving an email today about signing up for a book study. We're going to be studying the book Anam Cara, Anam Cara, A Book of Celtic Wisdom is the book by John O'Donohue that we're going to be studying. And so if you're interested in being part of a study group, you will be receiving an email. For those of you online that do not have an email with us, you can contact me at Lori@unityoftacoma.org. That's Lori at unityoftacoma.org. And you can reach out to me, and I can get you signed up to a book study. We have one that will be Tuesday night at 6:30 and one on Thursday at 6:30. There may be a third, but I haven't heard anything about that one yet. So please, if anything interests you, if you want to be part of that, even if you haven't read the book or you don't plan on reading the book, please come to the discussion, because it's very enlightening and it helps support you on your journey wherever you are. So please join us even if you can't read the book. So that's wonderful. Also, I would like you to put on your calendar that we will be meeting October 1st here in the kitchen, and we will be making sandwiches. October 1st is a Saturday at 11 o'clock. We'll be making sandwiches for the unhoused here in Tacoma, and it takes about an hour. We'll be making 100 sandwiches and sacked lunches for the unhoused in the Tacoma area. So I'm really looking forward to starting that program up again. And that's October 1st, that's Saturday at 11 a.m. So if you're interested in that, you can check out our website at unityoftacoma.org. We'll give you more information about it. Also put on your calendar October 30th. We're going to invite Morris Catton back, and Carlton Lewis is going to play drums with him. So it's going to be real fun, and we're going to have costumes optional. So it's the day before Halloween.
Oh boy.
If you want to do the costume thing, do so. I'm going to. Morris is going to. I haven't talked to Carlton, so Carlton, think about that. And so please, it's going to be fun. If you want to just wear a t-shirt that says, "Hey, this is my costume too," that's fine. Or if you're not comfortable wearing a costume, I appreciate that too. But when you come in, expect to see us a little different. We're always a little different, but a lot different. So if you like what's happening here at Unity of Tacoma, please like us on your social media. Follow us. Find out what's going on. We try to keep up with what's happening here on a daily basis, and try to give inspiration when you're not here on Sunday. So check out our social media. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We're on TikTok. We're on YouTube. Just find us and like us and subscribe if you can. And if you're on one of those social media platforms, please comment. We want to hear from you. We want to hear what you have to say. We want to hear. Just be kind. That's all we ask. If you're on social media, just be kind. So and I will personally respond to each and every one of you. So hopefully I don't get 1,000, but I will try to do my best. And our benediction today is just a short little benediction, but I wanted to share it with you. And it reads, "You are joy. You are love. You are who you are meant to be. Be free to express your true and authentic self. Know that you are an expression of God, and it's always the right way to be." I want to thank you for being here with us, Curtis. Thank you, ChristineEss, for being here. And we're going to go out with our peace song, "Let There Be Peace on Earth," yes? And if you would like to stand, you can. And if you can't, that's fine. Just sing along. That's all we ask.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin
Thank you, everybody. You have a wonderful week.